If you're a small streamer, then you're likely making one of these 5 dumb mistakes that I see all the time, and they're preventing you from growing and progressing your stream. But lucky for us, they're pretty easy to fix. So let's rip off the band-aid, take it on the chin, and try not to let our egos get bruised too much, because when we fix these mistakes, it's gonna help us better our stream. Mistake number 1 is the I'm just playing games mentality. Look, I get it. We all love playing games. That's probably why you started streaming to begin with. But if your entire content growth strategy is just I'm going to hit go live and hope that people watch me play Fortnite, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Come in, fam. I need you to hear me out. After we look at this dope flamingo shirt, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But for real, you gotta think about it this way. Millions of people play Fortnite, thousands of people stream it. Why should anyone watch you? You're not just a gamer. You're an entertainer, a commentator, a community builder. You also need a hook. What makes your gameplay unique? Are you hilarious, super skilled? Are you teaching something? If you're just silently staring at your TV or monitor, you're just, well, playing games alone. And nobody really wants to watch that. And if you don't want to grow and you just want to stream by yourself, then that's totally fine. But that means you can't be complaining when you don't get any viewership and it's just you and your chatbot sitting watching your stream. Because we all know that getting discovered organically through Twitch is pretty much impossible these days. So that's why everyone, including myself, preaches that you should be making content on other platforms and bring them over to Twitch. That's what I've done to grow my channel by posting Instagram Reels, YouTube videos, YouTube Shorts, TikToks, which have got me hundreds of thousands of views, which Twitch could never do. And you might think it takes a ton of time to edit all the content after you're done streaming, which you'd be right, it does, and it's a pain in the butt. But it's actually really easy, simple, and fast with this new tool called Nex Clips that I've been using. And lucky for us, they sponsored this tiny section of the video. All you do is sign in to Nex Clips, link your YouTube or Twitch account, then you do your stream, then you'll get an email when your clips are all ready, and it'll give you so many different clips to use and tell you why they think they'll be good clips. So you'll simply click on a clip, you can trim it, you can change the layout, you can change the captions, and once it's all nice looking pretty, then you can either download it and upload it yourself, or you can connect your TikTok or YouTube and upload it from there. And doing this consistently will get us more and more eyes on our content, because at the end of the day, content creation is all about consistency. So if you want to take your stream to the next level, then use my discount code down below. Moving on to mistake number 2 is ignoring your audio. This one personally drives me insane, especially because I have a bachelor's degree in music technology. Your audio, please, guys, just fix it. I can't tell you how many small streams I've been into on Twitch, just randomly clicking around, maybe doing some research, and how awful the audio sounds. I preach that people should use whatever they have laying around the house, but you can still get a pretty good audio quality, especially for your microphone, even when you're working with a really cheap budget microphone. And if you want to improve your microphone audio, even using a budget mic, stick around to the very end of the video and I'll show you how. You can literally get a pro sounding microphone with a very minimal setup that you likely already have laying around the house. Because the thing is people will usually tolerate a grainy video footage, but that doesn't equate to your audio, especially when it's all staticky, gross, you got background noise going on. Because if it sounds like you're talking from a tin can, or have an industrial fan running in the background, or your mic is peaking so hard it's sounding like a dying robot, or specifically Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites by the OG Skrillex, if you know, you know. And truth be told, it's one of the fastest ways to get people to click off your stream. So I got a to-do list for you. I want you to watch your past broadcast of your last stream and see what your microphone audio sounds like. If it sounds like garbage to you, then it probably sounds like garbage to everyone else. I'm talking that 10-day-old Wendy's dumpster. But moving on to mistake number 3 is not having a clear CTA. What's a CTA, you might ask? Stands for Cats Take Apples. No, not really. It's call to action, which in simple terms is just basically not telling people what to do. A lot of the times I'll see a small streamer actually get traction in their chat and people talking. I know, crazy phenomenon, right? So you got someone watching. Great, now what? Are you expecting them to magically just know what to do next? It's really difficult for a viewer to do what you want them to do without telling them, or at least hinting at it. So for example, if you're wanting to get more followers, you can drop a subtle hint, be like, hey, I hope everyone's having a great time in chat. If you are, make sure to follow so you can catch the next stream. Or if you're making a TikTok or YouTube short and you want people to come over from that platform to watch your Twitch stream, then at the very end of your short form content, you can add a very short segment that says, follow me on Twitch to get more content. And a big mistake that I see everyone doing as well is just throwing way too many CTAs out in their streams and content. A lot of people will watch a YouTube video and the YouTuber will say, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, check the description, buy my course, shove it up my, and that's simply just way too much. When you have a CTA, you want to keep it to one simple thing. For example, if you want to take your stream to the next level and you want help from someone that has over 8 years of streaming experience, and you want to join a private Discord where you can get help and all of your questions answered from me and other experienced streamers, then you guys can check out my free streamers masterclass linked in the description down below, and it's going to help you out. And that's what I mean by having one simple CTA. I didn't say, hey, check out the free streamers Streamers Masterclass, then like this video, then comment, then do all this. It's just one simple CTA. Because otherwise you're gonna confuse your audience and they're not gonna do anything. So TLDR, your viewers aren't mind readers. You need clear call to actions if you want engagement or specific things to happen. So guide your audience and tell them what you would like. Make it easy for them to be a part of your community. Because if you don't ask, most people are not gonna go out of their way on their own. Mistake number 4, and that's inconsistent stream schedules. When you're first starting out, it's totally okay to try different days, times, games, all that fun stuff, and then go in your Twitch analytics and see which games, days, times, all of that gives you the most amount of viewers and most amount of traffic. However, the problem is most people do that and they either A, don't look at their Twitch analytics, or B, just don't care. So then they don't make a stream schedule to double down on the most effective times, which then confuses their audience because then they have no clue when the streamer is going to be live, which arguably makes it very difficult for them to want to come back for more. You got to think about it like a TV show, right? I love Courage the Cowardly Dog as well as many of you in the previous YouTube video that I mentioned this, and I knew that I could watch it when I got home from school, and so I ran to my TV as soon as I could right when I got off the bus, and I binged the crap out of that show. So you got to think about it the same way with your streams. Otherwise, people aren't going to know when you're going live, which is ultimately going to hurt your viewership and grow to get more viewers. You don't have to stream every single day for 8 hours a day, even if it's just a couple days a week for a couple hours, because consistency builds habits and habits build viewership. And dumbest streamer mistake number 5 that I see all the time, this might even be the biggest one, is not repurposing your content because you guys are leaving views on the table. Every single stream that you guys do is a gold mine for clips that you could easily repost on other platforms. Because we know discoverability on Twitch literally sucks. So you should be taking your funny moments, your whatever you have in your stream, and repurposing them into even better short form content on other platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, where you can actually get traffic, which you can then funnel over to your Twitch stream. Because if you're not, you're literally leaving free views, free exposure, free traffic on the table. And probably the most important part of this video is coming out of my mouth right now, so pay attention. And if you made it this far, let me know in the comments down below by saying corn dog. But one of the biggest life hacks that I found when it comes to streaming and repurposing my content is literally changing the mindset that you have when you start your stream. So instead of just starting your stream and not really having a plan, go into your stream and have the mindset of I'm gonna have at least 5 good clips this stream, which means if you're playing something like Dark Souls, you can ham it up, or you can put yourself in a funny position, which you know will make a good clip after, because scrubbing your VOD for funny moments or something after the fact is really hard and difficult. However, if I go and start my stream and go into Dark Souls, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try and do the hardest boss with the weakest weapon, and it's gonna be so funny. And then maybe I'll add some commentary and even add a hook in the actual stream where I'll say this: hey chat, we're gonna try beating the hardest boss with the worst weapon, let's see how it goes. And then literally do that, maybe ham it up a bit, maybe fail on purpose for the lulz, and bada boom, bada bing, you have a beautiful short form clip which you can then edit after your stream's over. And you're not trying to put a cherry on a turd, because we plan this out ahead, so that way we know we have something decent to work with, versus spending hours scrubbing your VOD being like, oh, this was kind of funny, I guess, I'm just gonna, you know, throw it on YouTube. And we don't like that, because that's what everyone does, and it doesn't get any results. So in your next stream, challenge yourself to do that, even if it's just for a couple minutes, just to get one good clip. It's gonna help out so much, I promise. But if you remember earlier, I was gonna show you how to take your budget microphone and turn it professional, and I didn't lie, it's in this video right here. So give this video a watch. My name's Cody, and I'll see you in the next one.